So, I want to get something off my fucking chest. Because I'm seeing it a lot everywhere. And it's honestly it's kind of sickening. Because, bro, why the fuck do people think that Dak Prescott is a good quarterback? Like, why? What in people's minds has made people think that Dak Prescott is a good quarterback? Like, he has not proved anything besides he can win games in the regular season. He can't do shit when it comes to fucking playing against teams with winning records. We seen that shit from that one season. I don't even remember the season it was, but I remember we beat the Eagles, we beat the Giants, and we beat the Redskins. We started off 3-0. 3-0. And we still almost missed the playoffs. Because why? Because Dak Prescott and the offense couldn't muster up points in the first 2 quarters of the fucking game. Now, that's not just... I'm not just making that up. I mean, you can look up the season if you want to. But I remember watching that season so thoroughly, and I was so hyped. We were 3-0, and then reality set in. And I'm like, damn. Dak Prescott is our quarterback. 1 second, don't want to get trapped. Oh, almost got trapped after I said I didn't want to. But yeah. Like, all he does is disappoint and disappoint. There's nothing Dak Prescott has done in the league that's like, yeah, he's a top tier quarterback. He's a decent quarterback. He's good enough to start on most teams. Yes, I will give him that. He's good enough to start on most teams. But he has not shown that he has the potential to be a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. He hasn't done nothing in the playoffs besides choke. You can't choke and then every single season in the playoffs and then expect people to think that you're gonna make the Super Bowl the next year. And with the talent that team has, you can't blame the coaching. Like, the coaching, you have so much talent on that team that you can, and I know they can, because they've done it before. They can play or win in spite of Mike McCarthy. They don't need to fucking win because of Mike McCarthy. At the end of the day, Dak Prescott is the one that's leading the offense. Dak Prescott is the one that's leading the team. You need to pick it up. Yeah, like I'm saying, there is nothing in my head or that Dak Prescott has done so far in his career that has showed me that he's going to win a Super Bowl for us. Like, I'm not looking at Dak Prescott and I'm just like, yeah, that's the guy that's going to take us to the promised land. And I haven't been looking at him since, honestly, I would say recently. I think it was last season where we dominated the regular season. Our defense dominated the regular season. And then we come out here against Green Bay with a Jordan Love and nobody else, and we lose. Now, you cannot tell me that doesn't piss you off as a Cowboys fan, if you're a Cowboys fan, or if you were a fan of any team and your team was like this. The constant disappoint is insane, because I know they're a good enough team to win a Super Bowl or even just get to an NFC championship. At this point, all I want is an NFC championship. I'll spend all the money in my bank account just to go watch the Cowboys in a fucking NFC championship game. But I can't, because they never make it. They never even make it close. And the only time they did make it close was the season we beat Seattle, And when we beat Seattle, what did we do? We went up into fucking LA and completely shit ourselves. So all of my little Cowboy fans and Cowboy haters, like, y'all can suck my dick, for real. I feel like I'm the only one that's actually realistic about my sports takes. Like, everybody basically goes off bias. A lot of people say they don't, but everybody goes off of their own bias when it comes to sports. And I don't. I look at the realism of the whole entire thing. Like, I'm a Rockets fan. So, do you think I'm going to be making excuses for the Rockets for the past 3 seasons? Obviously, they've been playing great this season, but for the past 3 seasons, do you think that I'm going to be sitting here and calling them fucking trash and this and that? No, because I know what the fuck happens in a sports league. You do good, you have a good team for a certain amount of time, and then people retire or players get traded. Stuff happens, bro. Like, you can't just hang your head on because it's your favorite team. You're gonna think that they're gonna win every single game. Cause yeah, that's gonna work for you, like when you're just talking with your friends or barbershop shit. But some people really be trying to, they be trying to do the bets on fucking sports, the sports books and everything else like that, when they really just, they don't know what they're doing. They're just going off of their hearts, and like, sometimes it will win you something, but at the end of the day, you're kind of screwing yourself. You need to actually take the time and take a look at performance before you really make the conclusion on if it's the smart decision or not, or if it's smart to rely on that team or not. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If I said that if I said I haven't thought about being a bandwagon for the past few years now, like, I'd be lying. I'm gonna be honest, I would be lying. And I'm a die-hard Cowboys fan. Like, I grew up in a Cowboys household. Like, the first ever football game I watched was Dallas Cowboys. And every year, we just disappoint. And it's starting to get frustrating. It's starting to make me not want to watch the sport anymore. And it sounds kind of babyish, but that's how I feel. You can't sit here and just look at rankings and be like, oh yeah, now it's our year. Because we're number 1, it's our year. Because we have the number 3 defense, it's our year. No, we can't keep doing that. I just can't keep putting my faith in Dak Prescott, and honestly, I'm calling for them to just blow the whole fucking thing up. I think that will be the Cowboys' best, because realistically, we haven't went through a rebuild. We always have one off year, like every 4 or 5 seasons, where we'll fucking go like 4 and 13 or 2 and 14. But like, for the most part, we haven't had to rebuild. So like, honestly, I think our best bet would be rebuilding staff, rebuilding the managers, rebuilding everything, rebuild from the ground up, establish a different culture. Because honestly, the Cowboys culture isn't a winning culture, and anybody who says it is lying to themselves. Because it's not a winning culture. The Eagles is more of a winning culture, and they just got their asses whooped this weekend. So like, when you look around at that team in like playoff games, they all play so nonchalant. Like, the past 3 seasons that I've seen us in the playoffs, we just play too nonchalant. It's just, the coach is part of the reason why we're not doing as good as we should be, but at the end of the day, Dak Prescott needs to fucking be the leader of the team and fucking put the team on his back for once and win a fucking playoff game. He did it against Seattle. I don't know why he can't do it again. If I was Jerry Jones, I'm trying to rebuild the culture. Obviously, like Skip Bayless and fucking all of those media guys say Jerry Jones don't care about winning. Jerry Jones cares about ticket sales, which is true. If he cared about winning, Dak Prescott would have been gone. I'm sorry, he would have. And Jerry Jones would have been trying to look for a new fucking quarterback. If he, let's say, did care about, or yeah, did care about winning, Dak Prescott would be gone. There would have been a new coach other than Mike McCarthy. It's like Jerry Jones when he was digging through the notebook or the papers to find a suitable starting coach or a suitable coach for his football team. He was just like, let me get the biggest name. I don't give a fuck what his accomplishments have been the past few years. Give me the biggest name. And I want him to have at least one Super Bowl ring under his belt. The only suitable candidate for that role was Mike McCarthy, and he ended up getting the job. It was a desperate signing, honestly. That's what I will call it. And damn, I finally got past round fucking 7, and all it took was me ranting about the fucking Dallas Cowboys to do it. I can't stress to anybody enough how disappointed I am of this weekend. Like, I don't even think I really have any more words that I can say on how disappointed I am about the Cowboys, but you gotta stop and just look at yourself for a second. Is the team really that good? Like, killer instinct is a real thing when it comes to sports. I don't know why people think that it's not. It's a real thing when it comes to sports. If you don't have a killer instinct, like when it comes to big games and playoffs and when your respective sport gets tougher or more competitive, like, you gotta be able to adjust and put a fucking team on your back. And Dak Prescott just can't do that. He's not talented enough to do it. At this point, I feel like I would have played a better fucking game than Dak Prescott did. Especially in the fucking past 3 playoff games we've had. He's just played atrocious. He's played so bad. And it's not an excuse. He's had 7 seasons to make right on his first round exits, or prove to people that the Dallas Cowboys are a legitimate Super Bowl caliber team, and he's just not doing it. He is not doing it whatsoever. And honestly, people can give me hate for what I'm about to say right now, but I feel like the Cowboys would have won a Super Bowl before with this man, Tony Romo. I don't think we needed to replace him with Dak Prescott. If everybody remembers, Tony Romo didn't even get to really start that entire season when he came back. He got injured again. And then Dak Prescott stepped up and started playing. But he played well in that rookie season. But honestly, the rookie season showed promise, and he just hasn't developed since then. He's literally the same exact player that he was that rookie season. The same exact player. Besides, he's a little more mature. He runs the ball a lot more now than he did back then. And that's not saying much, because he still don't run that much. And he's still... Because there's like so many times and so many plays that I'll be watching and I'm just like, Dak Prescott, just take off. What are you doing? And that's a part of carrying the team on your back. Like, you have a tackler come in, take off. Don't sit in the pocket, take off. And instead, Dak Prescott's a deer in headlights and he's sitting in the damn pocket. Or he'll throw the ball and throw a pass so bad it gets picked. So it's like Prescott, bro. What are you really doing in your career? What are you trying to figure out? Because if you can't win us a playoff game anytime soon, like, you're gonna have to go, brother. And I mean, you're gonna really have to go, bro. Whether it's via trade or free agency, they're gonna let you go. And when they let you go, I don't want to hear the same shit that like Ezekiel Elliott was talking about. Oh, I'm gonna miss them. I wish I could have spent my entire career here. Ain't nobody gonna give a fuck about none of that. None of that. You haven't done what you needed to do. You haven't stepped up the way you needed to. And now we lost. And our chance at a Super Bowl is gone. I didn't mean to take this fucking entire stream to a Cowboys rant, but I'm just seeing it everywhere on social media, and honestly, it's getting ridiculous. Because the fact that Mike McCarthy is getting all the blame, which yes, he deserves a little bit of the blame, or most of the blame, Dak Prescott is the main reason why we don't win. He can't carry us. And I'm sorry, if you want to be a leader of the team, you have to be able to carry. And he just doesn't do it. And that just got myself killed, but I made it to round 13. That's my highest on this this wall gun only challenge. Absolutely insane to me that everybody's giving Dak Prescott slack. It's like when you see those posts, homie murdered 3 people, fucking raped 2 little girls, fucking, you know, did some fucked up shit. And everybody out here posting free my nigga. Like, what? Free him for what? So he can do it again? Why? It's the same, not like the same premise, because obviously it's more serious, but it's like, why are you going to keep giving him chances? If he's proven you constantly for the past 7 years that he just can't do it. He can't do it whatsoever. Yeah. And until he proves that he can, there's going to be no reason for me to tune in on any Cowboys games, because I already know the inevitable outcome when it comes to playoff time. We are going to be a first round exit, and there is nothing that anybody is going to be able to do about it. And it's sad. It is very, very fucking sad. Because I honestly want to believe that Prescott is a good quarterback. He's been through shit. He's has a tough head. I can give him that. All the shit he's been through with his brother dying, I'm pretty sure his mother died, shit like that. I can feel for a man like that. Like, honestly, I would honestly probably use that as an excuse for him. But it's already passed, bro. Sometimes it takes longer for people. I don't know if he's already fully gotten over it, but to the average person looking in, like, it's been long enough that you should have already got over that shit. So, like, not obviously over it, but like, you should be able to keep your mind focused on the sport you play, especially when you play sports. Because it's your job. At the end of the day, you can do what you want for it. Obviously, they do what they love, but they get paid for it. It's their job. So, if you're not producing at your job, then what is the point of keeping you around? This gun sucks. Honestly, I don't want to keep talking about it, but I just can't get it out of my head because it's so frustrating to know that there's a chance. There was a chance this season. I mean, we were probably one of the most experienced teams in the league in the playoffs. We were 100% the most experienced team in the playoffs, besides the Rams, who won a Super Bowl. We were the most experienced team. So to lose to, like, Jordan Love, an inexperienced team, it goes to show you like how bad Dak Prescott really is. And I'm sorry for that, Prescott, but you're not good. You're not a good quarterback. And I'm sorry for the people that still have faith that you will bring us a Super Bowl in Big D, because I don't have faith. I never had faith. After that Brock Purdy game, it was really, oh shit. Oh, dead. After that Brock Purdy game, I just can't do it anymore. I can't trust him.